All right, y'all, I'm going to address a couple things right quick. And then at the end, if you vibe with this transmission, if you don't, then just skip past it or just go take off now. I mean, if you don't vibe with something, why be there? But anyways, I just put in an energy transmission at the end of it. That's not something I normally do, but it's needed. It's just me pretty much sitting there humming, but there is more going on than you know. There's a lot going on within here to give the message through my eyes, through my energy, and vocally to you. So, if you would like, at the end, there's an energy transmission to help everyone. Taking back your sovereignty, taking back your power. This is what this is about. I keep running into a lot of the same issues out there. And I don't understand how only a few of us can be walking around going, man, I feel like a yogi, shaman, X-Men, this, that, freaking ninth dimensional, blah, blah, whatever, and feeling the strength and the power. And when I say power, I don't mean like power, power in the divine way. And that's where that power comes from, is the divine realms. And feeling that through themselves as things are starting to, we'll call it change around us. And a lot are having issues with it. And even the big issues, when you get somebody who starts to do the work and they're not continuing or they're staying stuck in a loop, bam, it gets worse. Because these people can get the attention of a lot of others. And a lot of others know them as, hey, you started this process before me, maybe I can learn from you. And the person accidentally becomes a harbinger of doom. Man, if you're constantly talking about camps and encampment and these things they're going to do to us, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that, and they're going to do this, you're stuck in a loop, man. You're stuck in a loop, my friend. Oh, wouldn't you like to be my neighbor? Taking off my shoes as I talk to you. Oh, by the way, I have sung that one live. That's a hard song, believe it or not. Here's the thing. For one, we don't need to be advertising that. For two, we are very, very powerful creators. You've got to think of how all this exists. We were created. Something created that, something created that, something created. It's all creation. We're constantly building stuff and doing things. But it goes farther than that. We create within the etheric realms. And that's not some woohoo stuff. Anybody who watches this channel on a regular basis knows that. This stuff is backed up by metaphysics and science. Literally. Now, there's some things that, yes, you're not going to find in your science books that we're doing right now, but that's the way it always is. There's always a leading edge. And then later on, those things are accepted. No, I can't use that example. I'm talking to myself. But here's the thing. Not only can we not be doing that just because of leading others to fear, but we need to teach others to have strength. And the only way we can do that is if we have the strength within ourselves. So that's where I'm at now, to help with that. I have got to that point. Is it easy? No, it takes work. Everything takes work. It takes hard work. Sometimes while you're doing that hard work all up in here and all around, you got the physical stuff you got to deal with. And you're saying, oh, I don't want to deal with time. Well, sometimes you got to deal with stuff. So it becomes a lot to deal with, but you do it because you say to yourself, highest version, highest version, highest version. As you say that to yourself, you know what happens? Your soul, your higher self takes over, and you're not allowed to lay down anymore. There's been times where I'm like, just be there. Nah, come on, we're not even going there. It literally make me laugh at myself. That's what the higher self's doing. Or maybe sometimes it's the other realms. People speak of having guides. Maybe the one. But either way, you're getting supported and spoke to from that realm to help you because you said you want to go higher. Take you higher, baby. Exactly. You keep saying that literally becomes part of everything because you got to understand how this psychology works. The more you tell yourself something, the more you're going to do it, the more you become it, and the more it becomes part of your life, period. That's why I say the loop thing. If you keep going, man, and they're going to do this and do this, you're stuck in the loop. You got to get yourself out. I'm going to tell you what right now. I am starting this community. Now, I'm not saying I am, like, I'll do it. I'm just saying I'm because I'm still looking for the group of people. So I can't tell you who they all are. A few of them, possibly. And that's not the way that we're going to operate. We are going to be able to not only have our little community, and live off land, do different things, whatever, but we are going to be a support system for one another. There's no more weirdos. No more being called crazy. Because we're all thinking alike. So what's that mean? That means we get to take time to help each other to develop our abilities and to consciously evolve even higher. That is what a big part of this community is about. Could you just think to yourself, wouldn't that be some crazy stuff? On the nightly news, a big shining rainbow light from the middle of nowhere, Arkansas mountains. We're not sure what it is. Could be aliens, could be swamp gas. We don't know. It's us meditating. And when I say us, that's whoever. Imagine this, and however. You're part of us. We're all part of the same thing anyways. I'm not going into that discussion. We don't know that. Anyways. We have to stop at some point and realize that as creators, literally, you're creating your reality. And I don't have time to go into metaphysics on this, but you can look this stuff up. Look at the nature of reality, the holographic universe, the electric universe, Tesla's writings. Just look up a whole bunch of stuff, and at some point you'll get to the realization of what exactly I'm talking about. It's the whole Mandela effect. It's not CERN, people. I was literally told this by, I'm just going to say what everybody says is God. Because that's where I felt that the direction of it came from. So the Great Spirit spoke to me and said the Mandela effect is you all. It's just timelines. Moving timelines. We are literally changing reality. Bingo! You're creators. We're creators. We were created. We create. That's just part of the whole thing. It's us flipping around timelines as we are creating our own new reality, our own paradise, right here in this realm. Still as physical beings. Not saying we gotta turn the light and go somewhere else. Yes, you could. You could die as a human, turn into light, go somewhere else, and be in a nice realm. But we're gonna do that stuff as physical beings. Yes. This is what the universe had in store. You look at all the ancient writings and stuff, the things they say. We're at those times. And they always say not to fear, to put your faith where? In the One. You're part of the One. We're all fractalized parts of consciousness. We are part of what is God. And if you realize that, it's like that. What was that? It's part of the essence of God that you just realized is within you. You no longer feel alone, do you? Part of God is living inside you. It's looking at the world through your eyes, experiencing it all through you. When you realize that, you have that divine power of God to change everything, to bring a beautiful world, to get rid of all the fears, to cleanse the mind. You don't have to cleanse the soul. The soul's pure to begin with. You need to cleanse the mind. Cleanse the energy of the human that has been polluted from the world around you. And please, my brothers and sisters, look, if you want to give a little bit of truth here and there, let people know the world's getting kind of screwy right now. That's okay. But when we start making pages, groups, channels, all this stuff, and it is just full of, look what they're doing next, look what they're doing next, look what they're doing next. Do you realize what that does to the psychology of another human? It sticks them in the fear zone very bad. I know. Although I haven't personally went to school for this stuff, I do a lot of studying. And a lot of it doesn't come from books. Well, a lot of it does come from books, but a lot of it just, the biggest majority of it comes from what I see and what intuition and the other side tells me. I can see it all. The truth of all of it. Past the veil, into others' emotions and psyche. It's the connection that happens when you realize you're part of God and you become a little part of what that is. It all changes. Fear? FEMA camps? Jabs? Come on, man. How can you live many lives over and over and over, and in one life be that freaked out and think, this is it? Come on, man. Multidimensional beings just live many lives. There's no such thing as death. Oh, but we die. Well, you can call it death, but death meaning things just all stop. They don't. Your soul body moves on, man. That energy, it goes back to the other realms. Knowing that your soul comes from a higher realm, once you're totally convinced of all of the things that well, I'm not going to say that I'm saying, because we're all being told these things. So you'll be spoken the same stuff, and once you're convinced of that, it all changes. I have no fear of this. I would not even have fear with a gun in my face, but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh yeah, it's just going to be the way the world is. Man's too powerful. Man ain't too powerful. Look, what I say about that X-Men stuff. You think I'm joking with that? There is some weird stuff I have looked up dealing with the ancients seeking willpower and the elements. This stuff showed up because I was getting communication from the elemental world. Period. Now, when I say that, I don't know if it's angels through the elemental world or how exactly Earth and everything communicates, but it has. I don't fear anything. Now, do I think this could actually happen? Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it is a fantasy. But either way, this keeps me in that whole state of nothing can touch me. Look, if it got that bad and some evil force came to take me over and take over where I'm at, I picture shit like straight out of movies, like you wouldn't be able to do that, because see, a giant windstorm would come, start blowing you all back, a couple coyotes and jump out of, off of a hill, a bear come out from behind you, nature would react. When I lie there on the ground and go into meditation to become the roots of the ground, it knows me. It's connected to what is God. Everything is connected. And that's an even bigger connection to God. And that's what I think of at times. If anything like that was to ever happen, well, they just have to battle the forces of nature, because it's going to be like one of them crazy movies. I'm going to be standing there, my eyes rolled back in my head, all white and shit, my hair probably turned white, and I'm all, shit's going on. Now, whether or not that could really happen doesn't matter. What's happening there is, in my psychology, I am building up the fact of nothing can harm me. So, that's all that matters. Take back your power. Take back your sovereignty. Remember that you are a little fractalized part of God. And altogether, well, we're all a whole bunch of parts of that. So as all a whole bunch of parts of that communicating with, we can literally change the fabric of reality. Not to weird you all out, but if you really look into it, it is holographic nature. Anyways, peace and love to every one of you. After I sign out from here, I did a little thing a minute ago, and I'll add it to the end of this video, and that will be your little energy transmission. I'm sure you've seen these before on YouTube, so it's not like a lot of people, some grandiose thing. It's just something that came to my mind, and I did into this little microphone thing here. I just, wing it, feel it, and whatever you feel, put it on this video mic combination, and that's what I did. So, if you vibe, please subscribe. Had to throw that in there. Anyways, no, but for real, if you vibe with this transmission, I'm sticking an energy transmission on at the very end, and go ahead and check it out. I love y'all. Have a great day or evening, whatever it is on your little part of this, whatever shaped world. And remember, we are the conscious evolution. Peace be with you. Love you all. Mickey Dog sends you hugs. then you realize you are more powerful. Then you realize you are creation. You are a creator. Take back your sovereignty. Take back your power.